The Menendez brothers are set to appear virtually in a California courtroom today. Erik and Lyle Menendez are currently serving life sentences for the 1989 murders of their parents. But the L.A. County DA recently announced he believes the pair should be resentenced. CBS News correspondent Elise Preston is following all of this for us this morning, and she joins me now to discuss this. So, Elise, what can we expect, and when can we expect it?
Well, Vlad, a little later today, in just a few hours, this will be a status hearing for the brothers' quest in that resentencing. As you mentioned, they have been behind bars for more than 30 years for that 1989 double murder of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez. Now, the brothers will appear virtually. I did speak with their attorney, who said that they could possibly speak in court today. The judge could also take up what is called a habeas corpus petition, which basically questions the legality of their imprisonment. They were sentenced in 1996 to life without the possibility of parole. And in that 1996 trial, the judge then did not allow their defense to present evidence of alleged abuse that they say made their actions self-defense. That was not allowed in 1996. Well, their new defense team says that there has been more evidence that has come to light that also nails down that alleged abuse. And so they're saying that if that abuse would have been presented in 1996 or even now, it changes both the charges and the sentencing. So that may be taken up today. It was filed about a year and a half ago, and their deadline for that petition is looming.
Elise, there's a new district attorney coming in. What do we know about that person and how this could all ultimately impact this case?
Yes, that new DA takes office next week on December 2nd. There is another resentencing hearing that is scheduled for later in the month. And the new DA, incoming DA, says that he wants to review the case. So when they come in, they could push back that resentencing hearing. That is all up in the air right now, Vlad.
All right. There's also there's this public lottery that's happening for the trial. It is fascinating, I guess, perhaps due to that the influence of that Netflix documentary and docuseries, that people are still very much interested in this case. So what's this lottery all about for court?
This is a really high-profile case. I'm a millennial. I don't know a world without the Menendez brothers. This case has been around my entire life. So there's a lot of interest. As you mentioned, that Netflix documentary, there's been a lot of interest in the case in recent years. Take a look at this line right behind me. There's a crowd. They have been lined up. Some people got here at 3 a.m. to get a seat, a lottery seat. There are only 16 seats allowed inside the courtroom for the general public. Some folks got here at 3 in the morning, just a glimpse to be able to listen in on that history. There's not going to be cameras in court. So if they want to go to the hearing, if they're very interested in the case, they would have to be here.
Yeah, and so, but Elise, as my producer just indicated, the Menendez brothers aren't even going to be there, right? They're going to be appearing via video stream?
Yeah, they're going to be virtual. And the attorney did tell me that they could possibly speak in court. He would not indicate what or if they would say, or he did not indicate what they would say. But as you mentioned, there's just a lot of interest. And keep in mind that for the last decade or so, court cases have really just captivated America. People are so interested in what happened, the why, and the motive to why things have played out.
Really interesting. All right, we'll see what happens. Elise, thank you very much. Appreciate it.